Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The regular season on its last legs. We can almost taste the playoffs from here. Kenny, how do they taste?
Wait, hold on. Ooh, tastes like chicken.
Barbecue chicken?
Oh, yeah.
We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the Washington Wizards. Looking at the Wizards, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. We will be watching Russell Westbrook in this one, and we hear from so many players and coaches who all say Westbrook has the mindset of the greats. What does that mean to you, Shaq?
You know, he plays with the swagger and the confidence. You know, a lot of guys in the league do not possess that. And he's a complete alpha player on the court. He's a big guy, a dominant big guy in a little man's body.
No, he's a dominant little guy with a big heart. So I say it. I don't like to be a big man. I tell you what he does. His athleticism is unparalleled by anybody in the league. So what happens is you always have to put your bigger guard on him, and that changes the mismatches all over the court.
Let us get it down to Kevin Harlan as tip-off approaches.
Stop rephrasing my phrase.
Let's meet the visiting Vancouver team. At power forward, Sim Bolar. At center, Kyle Hines. At point guard, Bruno Caboclo. At the other forward position, Huffman. At the other guard position, Bottoms. The head coach of the visiting team is Flip Saunders. And now your Washington Wizards starting five. Starting at power forward, standing 7'2", number 4, Nick Collison. The big man, standing 7'2", number 15, Al Anderson. At forward from Georgetown, Otto Porter. Starting at point guard, at 6'3" number 0, Russell Westbrook. At the other guard position, standing 6'8", number 12, number 12. Your head coach is Randy Whitman. Let's hear it for your Washington Wizards.
"2K Sports" checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Washington, the home of the Wizards, the Verizon Center. And with the road trip approaching, the Wizards play the final game of their homestand. They sit at 11th in the East right now, not quite in the gutter, just in limbo.
Yeah, and remember, this is the second and final time these teams will see one another, so they're going to want to ensure things turn out a bit differently this time around. I expect them to be as aggressive as we've seen all season.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they'll have to come out strong to get a different result. Losses happen. It's how you respond that really matters in this league. You got to be able to bounce back.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Vancouver, looking at who they've got. They've got Bottoms, and it's Hines, and at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Caboclo. They set the pick, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
he just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Now here's Westbrook. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. Lets it fly from 18. The shot is off.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Here's Caboclo. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. It's Westbrook with the drive. Here's Porter. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
On defense, Washington, they are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Here's Westbrook after Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago. For three, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Bottoms, great touch on the 16-footer.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
That's his first personal foul.
Tipped away. Westbrook dishes to Anderson. Can't hit, so Vancouver will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, more than anything else, I think three-point shooting was the key, the catalyst, if you will, in that game.
Yeah, it's really a nice weapon to have because it makes things easier for you in other parts of your offense when you can knock down the three.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Boar with the bucket.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Westbrook. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And that one's good by Porter.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
And in the second round, the Wizards continued to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
Now, here's Westbrook. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Off the screen, and there's Porter on the assist by Westbrook.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it. And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup. And all those buzzer beaters for both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
And so it's Washington with it after Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago. All alone. Vancouver pulls it in.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Wasted no time on that one. Silk's got his first 2 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Wizards trail by 6. Westbrook kicks to Blair. Back to Westbrook. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Westbrook's got his first bucket of the night.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
There's the pick. Here's Caboclo, and there's Vancouver with another bucket.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
And it's working. As long as the defense gives you space, hey, let it fly.
Now here's Westbrook, and it's Anderson atop the key. Porter passes to Anderson, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Westbrook after Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Vancouver.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Vancouver making a switch here. Jawai's checked in. Now here's Westbrook. He has 5.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
And Vancouver with the possession here. Jawai, he's covered by Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Here's Jawai. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Anderson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And Vancouver with the possession here. Here's Bottoms. Washington with the rebound.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
And Vancouver with the possession here. Bradley Beal missing from long range. That's good.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Gortat's checked in for Anderson. 1:02 left in the first. Now here's Westbrook. Not a lot of room. Releases. The Wizards with another miss.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Wisniewski. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Now it's a 6-point Vancouver lead. 26 seconds left to play in the first. Westbrook dishes to Beal. Wants to get it to Westbrook and does. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. Corner outside. That one misses. His first miss of the game after making his first 3. And the pass to Silk. To the right side. Here's Hines. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Vancouver finishing the quarter on a tremendous 8-0 run. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And when you consider how Vancouver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
They've got Harrison Barnes. Gortat is out there with Nick Collison. Then there's Bradley Beal. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Wizards trail by 12. Shot from free throw range. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Washington shooting well, 50% from the floor.
Kyle Hines.
It's Beal on the wing. Now here's Barnes. No good with the layup.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And the thing about Bradley Beal, when he suits up, the entire lineup becomes exponentially more potent. A quick, powerful athlete. Greg, high basketball IQ. Had the great teaching at Florida, carries it to the NBA. Opponents have to account for him, I think, on both ends of the floor.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, coming out of college, a lot of people compared him to Ray Allen. I mean, he possesses that next level smoothness and body control that's often indicative of a true difference maker.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Allen Anderson's checked in for Washington. Westbrook comes in for Bradley Beal. Six on the shot clock. Now here's Barnes. Defense is right there.
And, going back to Bradley Beal, the bottom line is he's a winner. Last year, the Wizards went 8-9 with Beal out of the lineup. Hard to argue with those facts and numbers.
Kyle Hines. Timeout is charged to Washington. Ladies and gentlemen,
Washington calls timeout.
And when you talk about Bradley Beal, it's not just having him in the lineup that matters. It's having him at his best. When he's at 100% health, there are very few guards in the league who can keep up with him. Truly one of the game's great young talents.
Here's Caboclo. 15 points in the game. Pass to Moss. Here's Caboclo. Covered by Barnes. Over to the left wing. Pass to Caboclo. They set the pick. Wisniewski. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
So it's the Wizards now. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Here's Caboclo. Wisniewski. Rejected by Collison. And so the ball out of bounds. Collison touched it last. Jared Dudley's checked in for Washington. Bottoms, he's checked in for Vancouver.
Bottoms.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Wisniewski, defended by Anderson. No good. Outside Westbrook. Stolen away. Here's the break. Here's Udo. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Udo's got his first 2 points of the night.
just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
That's tipped.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 5. At the elbow, it's Collison. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Vancouver leading by 22. Here's Caboclo. Out to the right wing. Wisniewski. The good-looking shot from the wing. He's got 6.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Dudley with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And again, Washington, no good.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
3 on 3. Here's Westbrook. Here's Caboclo. 15 points in the game. Pass to Bottoms. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Vancouver with the ball. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Wizards.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Out to the right wing. Gets an open look and hits. 5 points in the game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Collison. And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team he liked playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category, and I think to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent, and I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
The Wizards shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. No one covering.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Here's Caboclo. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
And, you know, going back to Jared Dudley, he helps you in so many different ways. Shoots a lot of threes, yet does so efficiently. He rebounds, he passes the ball. He'll get a little physical, too. He's a valuable vet to have in your locker room. He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Silks checked in for Udo. The 3 from Dudley. Offensive rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. And you know what Jared Dudley's nickname was in college? The Junkyard Dog. I mean, for his toughness and that nose he has for the ball. 2 attributes that have served him greatly here at the next level.
Here's Caboclo. 15 points in the game. Outside Westbrook. Blair. Missed inside.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Here's Caboclo. He's covered by Westbrook. And that one misses from Caboclo. Wizards trail by 21. There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. Porter in the corner. And another miss by Washington. Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it, okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Here's Caboclo. To stop the drought. Got it off in time, but it's no good. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Vancouver leads by 19.
Well, guys, I'm here with Bradley Beal. And Bradley, we've heard Coach stress the importance of rebounding. Is that going to have to be a team effort in the second?
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
Well, when you look at the opponent field goal percentage, that tells the whole story. They gave them way too many good looks. When they come out of the break, they got to play way tougher, Ernie. Get those hands up. Get in your opponent's face. Do something.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Checking out the group for Flip Saunders to start the second half. They've got Bottoms, and it's Silken at the 3 spot. Here's Caboclo. The pass to Ballard. Here's Caboclo. Doubled by Collison. Passes it to Bottoms. Here's Caboclo. Just 5 on the clock. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
And he gets it to go.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Unloads. Good on the jump shot. Caboclo's got 19 points.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Here's Porter. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. 8 points for Otto Porter Jr.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half. Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Vancouver making a switch here. Jawai's checked in. Down low. In transition, here comes Vancouver. Hines, the pass to Silk. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
A solo fast break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
And for Russell Westbrook, a heroic effort last season, but not necessarily an efficient one. He averaged 28 points a game, which led the league, but shot a 5-year low of 43% to get those points. And he led the league in turnover average, but that's also because he's got such a high volume usage now with all the injuries.
Well, Greg, in the topic of Westbrook, no one's questioning his heart and his will. It was unbelievable what he did after Durant went down. But Clark, the truth is, It's hard to make the playoffs playing inefficient basketball.
No, I agree. I mean, there are certain guys who are catalysts and other guys who make things happen. And Iverson, Ginobili, Russell's old teammate, James Harden. Those guys make things happen, and you have to live with some of their inefficiency at times.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Barnes, he's checked in for Collison. And Beal subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
That's a huge play there, Kevin. The trade and the foul. Not what the defense had in mind there.
Vancouver shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And the Wizards making a change here. Gortat's checked in.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Pass to Jawai. Here's Bilar. Shoots. Nice shot from the wing. He's got 6.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. To the middle. Shot clock at 6. And Gortat kicks to Barnes with the shot. The shot misses. So Vancouver will take it the other way.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference. And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Washington's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. At the elbow, Gortat lets it go from 14. Vancouver leading by 22. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
It'll be Vancouver with their first time out of the game here. And Washington making a change here. Blair's checked in. Vancouver has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Jawai. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. He has 7.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
Nobody near Barnes. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that timely.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Vancouver.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. Yeah, the NBA Development League now celebrating its 15th anniversary and a lot of change over that time. None of the original 8 teams still playing in their original locations. Still, it's only growing. And I think we'll see it grow to 30 teams before long.
Jawai, he's covered by Beal. Jawai softly drops in the floater. 10 points for him.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
There's a screen by Gortat. And Beal kicks to Blair. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And that was Gortat. He usually scores, but that time set a nice screen.
.153 left in the third. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
Here's Caboclo. 19 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches. You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
.103 left in the third. Pulls it up. Gortat comes up with the rebound. Wizards trail by 18. Beal dishes to Porter. And again, Washington with the triple.
Seems to me as though they've kicked it into another gear here. I love the way they're moving the ball around now. Everybody's touching it, and everybody's ready to pass and catch and shoot.
Here's Caboclo. He's got 21. Shoots. Jump shot is good that time. Caboclo's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Picked off in midair. In transition, here comes Vancouver.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Beal the pass to Blair. To the left side wing. And here's Barnes for 3. And again, Washington with the triple. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. He got it up. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Wizards trail by 19. We've got Nick Collison. He's out there with Anderson. Porter is out there with Russell Westbrook. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Caboclo. There's the pass to Hines. Here's Villar. He's covered by Anderson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The first free throw is good. Vancouver making a switch here. Jawai's checked in. And he makes both free throws. And Washington has possession. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game. In their next game, it'll be played in Los Angeles. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Here's Caboclo. Hines, the pass to Caboclo. Six on the shot clock. Shot on the wing. Washington with the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Westbrook's got the ball. Porter, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Stolen. Here's Caboclo. They set the pick. Four on the clock. Vancouver needs to get off a shot here. Pulls it up. Offensive rebound. Villar's shot is off. Passes to Silk. Takes the 3. And he gets it to go.
For 3.
So here's Westbrook. powered down after the assist led him into the lane.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Jawai, the pass to Caboclo. They set the screen. Clock at 6. Pass to Silk. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
Lets it go from deep. Washington with the rebound. Collison's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Porter. The putback slams it back in.
Boy, he's a bulldog down there in the paint. Look at him. I mean, great second effort to get to the basket. Well done. Beautiful.
Now a timeout called by Vancouver. Vancouver leading by 20. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Good. Just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Washington's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Good game for Westbrook. He has 9 points and 13 assists. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
Here's Huffman. No good from outside.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
The shot. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Silk's got 13 points in the second half. And Westbrook, here we go. Collison. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And watching Nick Collison, he makes all the hustle plays, all the little plays, the things that really will not show up in a score sheet, stat sheet. For over a decade, he's had that role and embraced it.
And Kevin, the other thing he does as a veteran is a coach knows what he's going to get. He doesn't make the mistakes that some players make. And while he's not going to be a great scorer in the post or a high-flying rim protector, his game really is built on intelligence and toughness. And so positioning for charges, making open mid-range jump shots, all the unsung things that help a team win games.
And Westbrook, here we go. That's tipped. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
You know, on the topic of Nick Collison's shooting, last season was his only real setback. Only shot 42% after having a career 54% shooting percentage. But he's up slightly in most other categories, especially the ones based on hustle and effort.
Wide open look. Anderson throws it down with the quick putback jam.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in his sight.
Here's Bottoms. Off target from outside.
And when you talk about Nick Collison, every team needs someone like him. He's focused, unselfish. He's that hard-nosed big with just enough skill to bite you when you forget about it.
There's the screen. And the pass to Silk. From past the arc. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Washington calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game, to keep the tempo fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. He also urged them to drive the lane aggressively on offense, saying they won't be able to handle us if we can get bodies to the basket each and every time down the court. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Wizards trail by 21. Westbrook kicks to Porter. Feeds it to Collison. Boom, he jams it straight down.
I tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Here's Huffman. Anderson with the block.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Vancouver.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
And that produced great fruit for him in transition.
And, of course, this season for these guys has been just remarkable. Win after win, we've watched them take on the best teams in the league and dispatch them with ease. Tonight will mark win number 72, adding to the storied season one more time.
And because they play in different conferences, guys, this is the last time these two teams will face each other. It's got to be a good feeling that getting the clean sweep, finishing the season 2-0 against the Wizards.
The first free throw is good. Washington making some changes. Gortat's checked in for Anderson. Dudley comes in for Nick Collison. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Porter. There's 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Westbrook dishes to Barnes. Westbrook with a wide open look. Shot is off. So Vancouver will take it the other way. Jawai, he's covered by Westbrook. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wisniewski. Rebound, Washington. And here's Westbrook. So it's Vancouver picking up a win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Let us take a moment now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
They asked an awful lot from him tonight offensively, and he delivered. When they needed a big bucket, he was the guy they turned to, and he delivered, like I said. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. He did not shy away from the moment.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.